Alright, good afternoon everybody. Colin here with TechOut. Beta 3 of 17.2 has just been released to developers, so we're going to go ahead and do a live install right here. Have not installed it or anything like that. I did miss the video or the stream for Beta 2. I don't remember what I was doing, but I was doing something, I guess, because I didn't do a stream for it. Let's see the size on this one. 650.1 megabytes on my iPhone 15 Pro Max. So we're going to go ahead and start the installation process. Check out and see what's new. If anybody out there is running 17.2 beta 1 or 2, how has it been for you? Any issues? I really haven't had any issues with beta 2. It's been very, very good. Somebody on the last, I think it was the last stream or either a video I did, somebody was asking me about the journal app and whether or not I have received a recommendation, not recommendation, whatchamacallit, like start a journal app or start a journal entry. And I went out to dinner the other night, and the next day I got a notification that it had like a suggestion doing a journal entry about that restaurant, about the going out to eat. Once the update's done, I'll see if it's still there and see if I can show you. Actually, while it downloads, I guess I can pull it up. Let me see if I can find it. So yeah, if I go to create a new one, so there's some stuff in here that aren't like relevant. So eating at Outback Steakhouse. So it knows it's a restaurant. It knows I was eating. Well, it doesn't know I was eating. I guess it probably assumes that because I was at a restaurant. Morning visit to the hair cuttery. I didn't go to the hair cuttery. I did go to Lightfoot Marketplace to get my oil changed. There's a Valvoline there, and there's a hair cuttery there as well. So it looks like it picked up on both of those locations from that. But it is now doing like suggestions and stuff like that. So that does seem to be working in beta 2. Like I said, it was about 650 megabytes here on my 15 Pro Max, so that size does vary device to device. But we're just waiting on it to download right now. I'm going to kind of zoom out, helps the white balance a little bit, but I will do some close-ups once the install is done. Actually, let me try. Oop, wrong way. Let's try that. Kind of backed my camera up a little bit and it seems to be helping with the focus. It looks like you guys can see that pretty well. All right, so it's preparing the update. We're almost there, about 80%, maybe 85% left, or 85% of the way there. So like I said, if anybody's been running 17.1 or 17.2 betas rather, let me know in the comments how it has been for you guys. Haven't had any issues with beta 2 myself, so we'll see how beta 3 is. Don't really know. Haven't really been expecting too much in 17.2 other than the journal app, which is already in there now. So not really too sure what kind of features we can be looking forward to right now. All right, is ready. Also, a lot of rumors about iOS 18 being a big redesign, so hopefully that is the case. iOS really hasn't changed, much since iOS, like, what was it, 6 or 7? 5? I don't know, one of the two. Or 3. The issue is Apple's not going to risk a bunch of bugs to just kind of rebuild from the ground up. I mean, it's going to be, I feel like if they do anything, it's always going to be small incremental changes from now on. But I would like to see some new home screen stuff. The customization is the big thing for me. After using Android for a while and being able to customize the home screen, icons, wherever you want. Basically, they don't have to be in order. You can have like spaces and stuff like that. I don't know why they haven't done that yet. But I mean, a lot of people are using third-party apps like Widgie and that kind of stuff to do custom, custom icons and custom home screen layouts. And usually once that gets pretty big, that's when Apple either buys the app or takes it off the App Store and does it themselves. So we'll have to see. But I know they've been trying to focus a lot on bug fixes and performance and stuff like that. After the issues we had with iOS 17 and the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max and stuff like that, with the overheating and just the kind of software issues that it had on launch, I think they kind of realized they needed to slow down and pause a little bit, because they did. There was that article about they took that pause. I think it was for a week. They stopped the development on iOS 18 and they focused on bug fixes and improvements and stuff like that on 17. So if you guys have anything to add, pop over in the comments. Do love to chat with you guys. Thank you guys for the likes. Got a couple likes in here, so thank you guys for that. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you click that subscribe button. I do try to do these videos when the updates roll out, so got some other pretty cool stuff coming. I'm going to be doing some more networking videos, OpenSense, pfSense, possibly. I might need to find something else to put pfSense on to try it out, because I've really got OpenSense and everything on there set up the way I like it. So I don't want to fully wipe that. I mean, I've got backups of it and stuff, like I can always restore from a backup, but it's working the way I want, so I really don't want to mess with it. Hey Ray, how's it going out there in the comments? Thank you for your comment. So I might do maybe like a virtual machine for pfSense or something like that to play around with, and then I can see which one I like better and build my network that way. But right now I don't want to mess with it, because it is OpenSense is running my network right now, so that's all I've got. It should be up here. Yep, there we go. All right, so I have to see what's new. Check new features. Yep, I'm about to do that right now. All right, guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to look through the new features real quick. I'm going to see if I see anything. It just rolled out, so we're going to see here. I don't really even know what to look for right now, because they haven't really posted anything. Let me check over here. Let's see. See if I've got anything right off the bat here. All right, let's see. I do notice that the weather, if you can see the weather widget up there, the weather widget is still taking a little bit to load, like on reboot and stuff like that. I don't know what is up with that. The weather widget's been kind of glitchy. There it came back up after I opened the app. Let me check the home screen. Home screen, everything appears to be good. I'm not seeing anything right off the bat. I'm going through settings right now just to see if there's anything in settings that I see. But I'm not seeing anything really here. I didn't do a live stream for beta 2, so I'll mention this, but beta 2 moved the coverage section here for Apple Care out of About and into General. So you just have to go to General and then Coverage now, and you can see we have the coverage for this device, which is the iPhone, and then it will also show paired devices, so AirPods, Apple Watch, stuff like that. I think the iPad's the same, so like your AirPods and stuff will show in there. I don't know if it'll show like Apple Pencils or like smart cases, the keyboard cases, anything like that, because that Apple Care does pair with the iPad. So not too sure on that one, but I'm not really seeing too many things in settings or anything like that. Looks like this is probably just going to be a bug fix type update. It's only beta 3, so I would kind of expect there to be some new stuff, unless it's going to be a short beta period. Closer to the end of the beta beta periods, we start getting less and less, and it's just bug fixes. So could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. You never know. We did get the journal app in beta 1. All that is in there. I showed that already. So not really looking like we're gonna get too much in beta 3, but I am. Let me check here. Just seeing if anybody posted anything about any new features or anything that they're seeing. There have been more Vision OS betas and stuff like that, and that kind of stuff is getting added in. Let me see here. This again is beta 2. This is a beta 2 edition, but on the camera here, you can see if you have it too close, it doesn't do it. But if you tap that right there, you can turn on the Vision Pro spatial video mode. It tells you to rotate it. It tells you to move it farther away if you need to. But you can now turn on spatial video in the camera app. As of, again, that's beta 2. You do have to enable in settings. It is a camera setting, so you go into settings here and you go down to camera. I wish they would just put the settings in the camera app itself instead of having to go through there and go to the bottom. But then you go to camera, you go to formats, and spatial video for Apple Vision Pro is right there. It kind of explains it, how much storage size it's going to use. I believe it is, yeah, it's 1080 at 30 frames a second. But recording in that mode will allow you to play it back on the Vision Pro in spatial video. You can play it back on the iPhone or other devices, and it will just appear as a regular video. But of course, it will work in spatial video on the Apple Vision Pro once that is released. So that kind of stuff is added in. With that being added in there, you know, the Apple Vision Pro, yes, it's been announced already, but that kind of makes me believe that we're not going to get 17.2 until around the Vision Pro launch. Since it's already got, you know, Vision Pro features in there. Maybe they're adding it a little bit early, so people can make videos and stuff like that for the Vision Pro. But usually once Apple starts adding, you know, references and stuff like that to upcoming products, or, you know, stuff like that that's not for sale yet, it's something that is going to release around the time that that product releases. So 17.2 we might not be seeing until, you know, December-ish, January, because I think the Vision Pro is supposed to come out in the early part of 2024. What are we seeing new with it? Nothing really that I see that stands out. Looks like it's just going to be mainly bug fixes and stuff like that. I don't see anything that is, you know, jumping out on the home screen or in any of the apps or anything like that. So I'm just waiting a little bit to see if anybody else finds anything. So if you're installing the beta, make sure you let me know in the comments if you guys find anything or see anything that's changed. And I'm checking on some blogs and stuff like that right now. I don't know what bugs have been fixed because the changelog has not been released by Apple yet. So let me see. Let me see here. Let me just check the feedback app real quick and see if it's been published yet. Yeah, there's still nothing for beta 3 yet, just beta 2. I don't know if this is a bug, or this looks like it's got to be a bug because it wasn't like this before. But if you have the contacts widget, the bubbles for each contact are touching. They used to be spaced out a little bit farther, but for whatever reason, they're touching. It was like that in beta 2, and it carried over to beta 3. So if that is a bug, it's not fixed yet. I did put in a feedback for it. Let me see if... Let's see here. See if it's been reported by anybody else. Yeah, there's nothing, no other similar reports, and the resolution is still open. So I don't know if that is intended or not, but it doesn't look good in my opinion. Because they're circles and they're literally just like bunched up together. So they should probably fix that, in my opinion, if that is not an intended, or if that is intended. Should you update? If you're already on the beta, then I would update. If you're not already on the beta, then I would probably wait a little bit until the end of this, until the end of the beta period. But if you're on 17.2 beta 1 or 2, then yes, it would. I would update. So again, I'm just kind of waiting on yeah, if you're already on the beta for 17.2, then make sure you stay up to date. like I said, I'm just giving it a little bit, see if anybody's posting anything about any features or new changes or anything like that, because I can't, obviously find them all myself. I'm not entirely too sure on bug fixes. Like I said, I haven't had any noticeable issues with it in beta 2 that I can go back and see if that isn't happening or is happening anymore. So like I said, the only thing I really noticed the only thing I reported for a bug in beta 2 is the contacts widget right there with the spacing. And if you haven't already, make sure you give this stream a like. It is greatly appreciated. I do have my Apple Watch Ultra on here too, so I'll go ahead and we'll start downloading the update for that. Obviously, I won't be able to. Oh nope, looks like it's already doing it by itself. So it is downloading the update for that to the watch, but I won't be able to, actually install it until the watch is charging. And for those of you that saw my other video, new MacBook Pro is doing great. Really, really love that thing. I haven't installed the beta or anything on it yet. I'm probably not going to. I'm probably just going to keep that stock because I'm using that a lot for day-to-day stuff. Not that, like I said, I haven't had any issues with the betas before doing that, but there's always the chance. And I'm using my M1 Mac Mini has been moved to the streaming setup, so it is dedicated to streaming. So I got a Cam Link and an Elgato Game Capture HD 60s Plus hooked up to it, so it's dedicated to just streaming, whatever it may be. It's streaming from the camera right now, but I can also hook it up and do an HDMI source like my PC, Xbox, MacBook Pro, whatever it may be. So pretty cool that I have just a dedicated streaming computer. Mr. Noble TV, how's it going? Yep, this is beta 3 right here. It has been updated. It finished the update. Not really anything new right off the bat that I'm seeing, so I'm kind of just waiting. I'm waiting right now to see if anybody posts anything. I wasn't having any major bugs in beta 2 that I can check to see if they're resolved or not, and the changelog isn't out yet. Since you're just joining, like I said, the only issue I've had is the contacts widget up here. The bubbles for the contact photos are not spaced, they're touching, which that was like that in beta 2 as well, so hoping they fix that because it looks kind of weird. But as far as functionality, performance, battery life, stuff like that on beta 2, haven't had any issues. We'll see how that carries over to beta 3. And the Journal app's been working just fine as well. I don't use it, but I did test it just to see, how it was. What's new? Nothing that I can tell. There's really nothing. Can you go live on an iPhone with the microphone built in? Are you asking me to do that, or are you asking me if it's possible? Like, are you wanting me to use the iPhone's microphone to hear it? If you're trying to hear the iPhone microphone, if you wait about 55, oh yeah, it's possible. Yeah, you can do that. If you want to, if you go to the YouTube app, you can go live from the iPhone. You just switch it over. You hit the little plus like you're gonna upload something, and you go to live, and then it's got all your settings right here, and it will use the iPhone's microphone. So you don't need a like a plug-in microphone or anything like that. No. And even if you want to go live, if you have an iPhone and if you have a Mac as well, you can use your iPhone as the camera and still go live from your Mac. If you use OBS or something like that, free software, OBS does support the iPhone's webcam sharing. And I believe it should do audio as well. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so I'm on, I can't, actually, yes I can. Hold on. Let me set something up real quick and I'll show you how to do it. Let me see if this will work. Okay, it's gonna make me, oh, maybe not. Let me see if it'll let me do it. It might make me restart the, as long as you have, I believe it, I don't know. I know it works for iPhone for sure. I don't know if the iPad does I don't think the iPad does it. I mean, you can go live from the iPad, yes, but the using your phone as a webcam, no, it won't work with the iPad. Let me see. I don't think it's gonna let me add this without restarting, so I might have to. Yeah, it's not gonna capture the screen without restarting it. If you download OBS, as long as your Mac and your iPhone are new enough to support this, so you're on, your Mac's pretty new, and you're on Sonoma, and your iPhone's on iOS 17. I think it works maybe the last operating system as well before that. But if you go into, like I said, you download OBS, you can broadcast from OBS to YouTube, of course. You just go in there and add a camera. You just click on image capture, I think it says, video capture device, and your iPhone should pop up. And if you go to add an audio source, your iPhone's microphone will also show up on there, so you can use your iPhone as like a wireless, wireless webcam basically. And actually, let me see. I'll try. Hold on. I can't. Let me try to add that. Let me try to add my iPhone. Let's see here. So video capture device, we'll do iPhone, and then we're gonna use iPhone camera. Okay, let me see, I don't know, I didn't get anything popping up on the phone. Let's see. I've honestly never used this before. I think hold on, let me turn the Wi-Fi on my Mac. That's probably why. Yep, there we go. Got to have Wi-Fi on. All right, so I haven't switched over the camera on OBS yet, so you guys can see here. So it says connected to Colin's Mac Mini, and then if I hold my, let's see, if I hold my iPhone here, I'll transition over. So what you're seeing now is my iPhone camera. So basically what you do, you guys can see here, it's probably kind of all jacked up, to be honest, but let's see, I'm just going to properties because it's already set up, but you just choose your iPhone camera right here. I don't know what that does. Oh, okay. So you can do like if you put desk view, it makes it so your iPhone like projects the camera down. Like I'm holding my phone pointed at the screen and it's like angled way down. So you can do, I guess if you had something on your desk and your iPhone was mounted somewhere, you could do that. That's pretty cool. But that's just the regular camera. So yeah, what you were looking at, I'm holding my phone straight like at the monitor, and you were looking at that down there. So that's pretty cool. But you just choose your iPhone as a camera. It should automatically pop up and just show up, and then you can just disconnect it and disconnect, and boom, done. So yeah, I mean, that works pretty well. It's a very, very good video. You can also plug your iPhone in. I mean, you can obviously plug it into power, but you can plug it into the computer as well. Can we do a YouTube pop-up view while playing a game? I don't know. I don't think you can. I don't think YouTube will. Like if you're streaming on here, you can't like screen capture your iPhone and stream to YouTube. I don't believe. Yeah, but just if you just Google OBS Studio, that's what I use on my Mac. It's free. You can do a bunch of different stuff in there with live streaming and stuff like that. It connects directly to YouTube, so you can do all that. Honestly, it's probably easier doing that using your phone as a camera because then you can control your stream from your computer. You know, it's a little bit easier to do all that and set up your stream and comments and all that kind of stuff on the desktop. And then just have your phone like a wireless, kind of camera. All right, I'm just trying to see. I'm still not seeing anything. Nothing yet for any new features. So I might just do a follow-up video here later on. This is the 15 Pro Max. No Mac quite yet. Yeah, I don't believe there's a way to do it with I know you can't go from iPhone to iPad. You definitely can't do that. But you can, I mean, like I said, until you get a Mac, you can always stream from the YouTube app. And it works. I mean, it's just fine. You can still set your stream settings on your computer, like on the YouTube website, or on the browser. And then you can always just select that stream when you go live from the app. You don't have to do everything on the app. I just find it easier to set up the stream on like the actual like YouTube Studio on the desktop. I actually don't have the Z Fold anymore. I have the Z Flip now. I sold my Z5 my Z Fold 5 and got a Z Flip 5. I just wanted to get something a little bit smaller, but I still wanted a foldable. I wasn't using the inner screen as much, and I didn't like the outer screen is nice because you can like one hand it pretty easy, but it's obviously a lot thicker when it's closed. So yeah, I've actually been thinking about I have a Canon M50 for my camera. That's what you guys are seeing it from right now. The only issue is I want to do a lot of stuff. Like I've got the new MacBook Pro. I want to do a lot of stuff in like 4K. But when I record in 4K, the Canon M50 only does 4K at 24 frames a second, which I've been looking at a lot of other videos on YouTube, and it looks like most people upload 4K footage in 30 frames a second. So it's not a huge difference, but I just find for like maybe it's because I've been doing 120 hertz and 60 hertz and stuff like that, or 60 frames a second, whatever you want to call it, for so long that I can just notice the 30, but it just looks so stuttery. So what I do now is when I record from my M50, I do 1080 at 60 frames a second, and when I put it into Final Cut Pro, I upscale it to 4K 60 frames a second, and then I sharpen it in there. So it looks a little bit better, but yeah, I don't know. I just think for like when I'm moving the phone around on screen and stuff like that, and all that kind of stuff, I can just see I can just see it like being jittery. I don't know why that's trying to connect again. I can just see it being jittery, and I don't like that. And especially with the new phones being, 120 frames a second refresh rate on the screen, a lot of people are looking like at the animations, like, stuff like this, and it's hard enough to see that at 60 frames a second. So going down to 24 is just not. Yep, I use Blackmagic Cam too. I got a video coming out in about 45 minutes that I did working on my network rack. and I shot it entirely on the Blackmagic app and with an external SSD. So one reason I like the Blackmagic app is you can only record to an external drive on the regular camera app if you're using ProRes Log. So, but with the Blackmagic app, you can choose to use whatever, plugged in storage, your phone, wherever you want to store it. You can choose that no matter what mode you're recording in. So, and for those of you that weren't watching, that was what the MacBook event back on October 30th was recorded on. They used the Blackmagic Cam app is what they used for that, and it was all shot on iPhone 15 Pros and edited on Mac. So I really like that. What I was saying though is I like with the camera with the 24 frames a second. It's not fast enough refresh rate for me for what I do. I've been looking for like new cameras, but every like camera that I look at that's in a reasonable price range, like I'd say up to like $1,000, but over $1,000, I basically stopped looking. I'm not looking to spend, $2,500, $3,000 on a camera, anything like that. I can just go buy an iPhone 15 Pro with, just unlocked phone, no service, don't put service on it, and use it as basically like a Wi-Fi camera, and record everything on there to an external drive, and it does great 4K 60. Instead of spending, that's $999. Instead of spending a ton of money on a camera, because anything under $1,000, I can't find anything that does 4K 60. Everything is 4K 30, and I just, with the new screens, ProMotion, 120 hertz phones, YouTube obviously doesn't do 120, but it does 60. So, the problem for me is with this, I use my phone in front of the camera, so I can't be recording with the phone of the phone. So that's the issue. That's why I would need a second one. For videos where I'm not doing it of the phone, then I use the phone. But most of the desk down shots like you're looking at right now are all the Canon M50. But if I'm doing stuff like my network rack, that video is from my phone. I'm doing another video right now where I had to fix a termination on a wireless access point. That is from my phone. So all that kind of stuff, like the on-the-go stuff, is from the phone. I'm going to be doing a video here soon with Mint Mobile. I got to make it this week. Doing some testing of the service and the speeds around town. I'm probably going to have to use my camera for that, though, because the Mint Mobile line is on my iPhone, so I can't record my iPhone from my iPhone, like I said. But yeah, it'd be nice to, have a second one. The channel's getting, the subscribers and stuff are going up and all that kind of stuff, but it's still not, the channel's not making, this is a hobby thing. It's not making a ton of money to the point where I can be spending, tons of money just to upgrade stuff. Yeah, I don't know. My iPad, I think my iPad does. I have an iPad Mini 6th Gen. I just don't have this set up to record with the iPad, though, in terms of, like, tripod mounts, that kind of stuff. All that stuff that I have is for cameras. I mean, obviously, buying an iPad mount for a tripod or a phone mount for a tripod is a lot cheaper than buying a camera, but just my setup like I have right now doesn't accommodate that. Yeah, my channel basically pays my phone bill, is basically what it comes down to, and that's like on a good month, November, December, or November, December, January, but after January it drops off like a rock, because all the advertisers they pay good for the holiday ads, and then holidays are over, nobody's spending money on advertising and stuff like that anymore, so it drops off like a rock. I am hoping, though, YouTube's got a couple things where they're kind of disabling ad blockers and stuff like that, and that kind of stuff. You know, not that it's bad if you use an ad blocker, but if you use an ad blocker, all these videos that people are doing, like I'm sitting here right now, I'm not making any money doing this. I don't know why this keeps trying to I don't know why this keeps trying to connect to my Mac Mini. I don't know what's making it do that. It might be because the let's see. I don't know. Let me just get rid of it real quick. Hold on. Yeah. So like I said, I'm not making any money doing this other than a little bit of ad revenue here and there. But like, you know, I don't have a ton of viewers to where I'm getting, you know, super chats here and there, you know, left and right on these streams. So, you know, when you use an ad blocker, that's just taking that out of the equation too. Let me just check in online to see if anybody has posted anything about any new features, changes. Oh, okay, hold on. Looks like we might have some. Let's check the wallpaper here. I'm seeing some stuff, some mentions about a wallpaper or wallpapers. So let's see here. I haven't been checking that for a while because I wasn't expecting anything. Wrong menu. Let's just go over, go to add a new wallpaper. That's another thing, when you first go into this menu, and this has been something on iOS like 17 as a whole. When you first go into this menu, these things are so slow to load in. Like you can see those still haven't loaded yet. Like it's just like all those pop up, but you have to kind of go up and down a couple times. You see that I've scrolled back up, scrolled back down, and they came up. I just think that's oh yep, it's true. Dynamic wallpapers are back. So you guys remember these from a couple of versions ago, the little dynamic wallpapers where the bubbles and stuff are floating around? They're back. And it looks like we've got a bunch. So we've got cool silver, warm silver, blue, purple, red, orange, yellow, green, multicolored, and that's it. So let's see, can we do... I don't think you can change the darkness of it. Alright, let's see. Let me see what color I want to set here. We'll make a wallpaper. Oh, so okay, they're like dynamic, so they're moving with the device. So tilt that way, they go that way, tilt that way, they go that way. I don't really like the red, it's too light for me. Let's see. I wish you could adjust the color. What happens if we put it in dark mode? Ooh, dark mode looks cool. Dark mode's like a black background, just like red bubbles floating around. I kind of like the silver in dark mode. I wonder what multicolor looks like. Let's see. Ooh. It's like almost like Christmas lights. Yeah, they're still not popping up. They've been like a couple hours late lately. I mean, most of the time. I might do... I don't know what color to choose now. I don't want something plain. Let's see. I want to see what orange looks like. I think I'm going to do orange in light mode for right now. I'm just going to customize it like I would something else. Alright, so I'm going to add my widgets. So these are the widgets I use mainly. I do have Widgie installed, so I can do custom widgets, but the battery stuff with Widgie and stuff like that does not update very quickly. So there's always a mismatch between my actual battery and the widget battery, like 5%. So I kind of don't use that much. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do battery, and that is just set to automatic, so it'll show my Apple Watch, my AirPods, whatever. Weather, so that's just the temperature with the high and the low on it. I've also been using the sunset sunrise now that it is after daylight savings time. And then we have I'm actually going to move these around because there we go. So that is my Spark widget right there, and it's kind of hard to see on camera with the orange background, but it is let's see. I can see it perfectly fine for me. Let's see here. Yeah, so multicolored is totally different if you go into dark mode. You can actually see like the colors of the bubbles, but in light mode, it's basically like blue. I don't know, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go with warm silver right now because it's kind of like a grayish. So I've got the Spark one, the weather, the sunset sunrise, and then up here I always put the percent chance of rain, and that will also show if it's not going to rain today. You can see that it you can see that it shows when it's going to rain next, so 35% chance in 3 days. So I'll go ahead and unlock here, and it doesn't look like so the wallpaper is not dynamic on the home screen, so it doesn't do anything there. But obviously it's not going to do anything on the always on display, but once the phone is awake, then it is dynamic. I wonder if it saves the position. Alright, so yeah, when the always on display turns on and it goes to sleep, then it locks the position, but it doesn't lock the, like if I unlock it, let's see. Oh no, okay, so it looks like it saves the position wherever it was last when you unlock. Like I said, it's not dynamic on the home screen, so it stops moving once you unlock the phone. But let me check and see if there's anything else new. Let's see. Everybody's talking about nothing's new messaging app with integration with iMessage. Let's see. I'm not seeing really anything else other than those wallpapers. Vision OS Beta 6 is out for anybody that might be doing anything with that. But yeah, we got dynamic wallpapers are back, so that's pretty nice. But if I find anything new, I will go ahead and let you guys know in a video. So I'm going to do my initial video now, which will be coming out later today. Just kind of going over the update, performance, and the wallpapers, of course, just in a slimmed down recorded version for people that don't want to sit and watch an hour-long stream to hear me ramble on. If you guys were watching, thank you guys very much. If anybody else in here that has not clicked the like button can click that like button. It is greatly appreciated. And I will see you guys next time. So Like I said, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I do these streams for most updates. That way you guys can see them as they happen, and also see if there are any issues during installation or anything like that. I'm echoing. Oh, my all right, is it better now? It looks like for whatever, I think when I added my when I added my when I was adding the iPhone, I accidentally added another audio source, so I think it had two in there. Yeah, but if you guys aren't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Thank you very much. I do these streams for most of the updates, so you guys can see what comes out, what's new right as it happens, and that way you guys can see if there's any issues during the update process or anything like that. Anything crazy happens, it'll be right here live on stream. So again, thank you for watching. I am Colin with TechOut. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Have a